All right, let's talk about one of the biggest shifts happening on the internet right now. We're talking about the move to something called Web3, and it's being built with these things called dApps. So, what does that actually mean for you? And more importantly, who's going to be in charge? Let's dive in.
So, I want to start with this question right here. Just think about it for a second. You scroll, you post, you create, you connect. But at the end of the day, when you log off, who really holds the keys to your digital world? You see, right now, we're all living in what's known as Web 2. Think about Facebook, Google, Twitter, all the big platforms. They're amazing, they're interactive, but let's be real. Every piece of data, every rule, every connection is ultimately controlled by just a handful of massive companies. But what if there was another way?
To really get a handle on where we're going, we first need to take a super quick look at where we've been. Turns out, the internet has gone through a few major makeovers.
This timeline really tells the story of our power as users. First, we had Web 1, which was basically a read-only internet, kind of like a giant digital library. Then came Web 2, the read-write web we all know and use today, where we could suddenly create content and interact with each other. But the huge leap with Web 3 is adding one crucial word: own. This is the read-write-own web, an internet that's actually owned by the people who use it.
Okay, so how in the world is this new user-owned internet being built? Well, the answer is a totally new kind of application, and it's called a dApp.
A dApp, which stands for Decentralized Application, might look and feel just like any other app on your phone. But the magic, the really revolutionary part, is what's happening under the hood. Instead of running on a single company's server, its code, its logic runs on a decentralized network, a blockchain. You can just think of a blockchain as a shared, public rulebook that isn't controlled by any one person, which makes it incredibly secure and transparent.
Here's a really powerful way to picture the difference. A normal app? It's basically a monarchy. The company is the king, and they get to make all the rules. A dApp, on the other hand, is much more like a democracy, where the power is held by the people and the rules are transparent code that everyone can see and agree on.
So let's really break down what that monarchy versus democracy thing means. In the monarchy of a regular app, the company flat out owns your data, and they can shut the whole thing down whenever they want. But in the democracy of a dApp, it's run by code. You own your data. And because there's no central kill switch, it can't just be shut down by some company. This is the whole ballgame. Power shifts from the corporation to you, the user.
Okay, so this digital democracy, what does that actually get you in practice? Let's look at the unique and really powerful features that this new structure creates.
It all starts with this one big idea: decentralization. It means there's no CEO, no single person or company in charge. Instead, the power and the network itself are spread out among all of its users.
And because of that, dApps are incredibly resilient. Think about it. A regular app goes down if the company's servers crash, right? Well, a dApp has no central point of failure. As long as that global network of computers running the blockchain is up, the app is up. Simple as that.
And this all leads to a really powerful outcome. They are censorship resistant. When there's no single company in charge, no one can just decide to block a user or take down content they don't like. The rules are baked right into the code for everyone to see.
All right, so all of this theory sounds great, but what does it actually look like in the real world? Let's check out some of the dApps that are already out there right now, rebuilding the services we use every single day.
Let's make this real. Take finance. Instead of your money sitting in a bank, a lending dApp lets you lend directly to other people and you earn the interest, with no middleman taking a cut. Or how about gaming? In a Web 2 game, that rare sword you spent weeks grinding for, the company owns it. In Web 3, you truly own it as a unique digital item, an NFT that you can sell or maybe even take with you to other games. And social media, oh boy. Instead of building your audience on a platform that can just change the algorithm on you overnight, imagine owning your content and your list of followers directly. That's the promise here.
So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? It's pretty simple, really. The internet is changing. It's moving from being owned by corporations to being owned by users. dApps are the building blocks of this new internet, and the end result is a massive shift in power, away from big companies and back into the hands of individuals. Back to us.
Look, this isn't just some tech upgrade. It's a total reimagining of how the internet works, and more importantly, who it works for. And since this new internet is being built as we speak, it leaves all of us with a really critical question. Who do you want writing the rules?